The fifth answered, who was yet younger, I recall even the sages who thought up and brought out the seed. The sixth, who was yet even younger, called out, I recall even the taste of the fruit before the taste entered into the fruit. The seventh called out, I recall even the smell of the fruit before the smell entered the fruit. The eighth answered and said, I remember even the appearance of the fruit before it went upon the fruit. And I, the blind beggar who was telling all this, was at the time just a child, and I too was there. And I announced, I remember all these stories, and I remember absolutely nothing. They replied, that is a story entirely older than all of them, and it was a great marvel to them that the child remembers more than all of them. In the midst of this came a great eagle, and knocked on the tower, and said to them, cease being poor, return to your treasures, and use your treasures. And he said to them that they should go out from the tower by age. Whoever is oldest should go out first. He took them all out from the tower, removing the child first, for truthfully he is older than all of them. And likewise, whoever was younger, he brought out first, and the elder he brought out at the very end. Because the one who was younger was in fact older. Because the younger he was, the older a story he told over. And the oldest elder was younger than all of them. The great eagle said to them, I will explain to you all the stories that everyone told over. The one who told over that he remembers back when they cut the apple off the branch means he remembers back even when they severed the navel, even what happened to him immediately as soon as he was born, when they severed his umbilical cord. Even this he remembers. And the second, who said that he remembers back even when the candle was burning, means he remembers back even when he was in the uterus, in the womb, when a candle burns over one's head. For it says in the Talmud that when a child is in the mother's womb, a candle burns over his head. For it's and he who said that he remembers back even when the fruit began to form, this is, he remembers back even when his body began to take form, when the fetus was only beginning to take form, and the one who remembers back when they were bringing the seed to plant the fruit, this is, he remembers back even when the droplet was being drawn down during relations. And he who remembers the sages bringing out the seed means he remembers back even when the droplet was still in the brain, for the brain emits the droplet. And the one who remembers the taste, it is the nefesh, the lowermost soul, or the vital life force, and the smell, this is the ruach, the middle soul, the spirit, and the appearance is the neshama, the uppermost soul, the intelligence. And the child said that he remembers absolutely nothing because he is greater than all of them. And he remembers even what was prior to the nefesh, ruach, and neshama. Thus, he said he recalls absolute nothingness. In other words, he recalls not existing at all. He remembers even what was happening there, which is highest of all. And the great eagle said to them, return to your ships, which are your bodies, which have been broken and will be rebuilt. Now return to them. And he blessed them. And to me, the blind beggar, who was a child then, who is telling all of this, the great eagle said, You come with me, for you are like me, for you are very old and completely young, and haven't at all started to live. And all are yet nonetheless very old, and I am like that too, for I am very old and still very young. It comes out that I have a testimonial from the great eagle that I am very old and completely young. Now I present it to you as an absolute gift, Drasha Geschenk, that you should be as old as I. There was a great celebration there with great jubilation, and they were extremely happy.